This is D Smitty on the mic here
And this is your girl Fifi, and we're rocking out.
on Jamla Radio. All right, so I got my man here, the Menace. If y'all don't know, if you don't know, he worked with the Fugees personally back in the '90s. So he's give us a little insight as to where the Fugees came from and some of the stuff that they're into.
Right.
So I go ahead.
The term Fuji, it's very simple. It comes from the term refugee, because Haitians at that time period in the 1990s were going through a lot of things. In the tri-area, they were dealing with, being called Jamaicans or Trinidadian people. So that's what gave them, the mentality, we got to separate ourselves and start this Haitian pride movement, and that's what it was all about,
That makes sense, bro. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the production on the score. They had 20 writers, 6 producers, and the sampling was crazy. Would you believe that they had classical and country samples? Killing Me Softly had 2 samples. It had Killing Me Softly, originally performed by Roberta Flack, and the Rotary Connection, Little Feat, and the Moody Blues. Ready or Not had 3 samples. Bodika Inya, God Made Me Funky by the Headhunters, and the Deltronics, Ready or Not.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song, I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him, to listen for a while.
Ready or not, now here I go, you can't hide. I'm gonna bind you and keep you happy. Now ready or not, now here I go, you can't hide. I love you and make you love me. You can't run away from this love I got, hey baby, because I got a lot, yeah. Anyway you go, my promise.
Alright, so as you guys know, today is the Throwback Thursday version. We kicking it with some info on the Fugees, and fortunately, we got the opportunity today to actually get 2 of the members on the line. We actually starting off with Wyclef. Wyclef is on the line. So, Wyclef, if you're there, just tell me some of the things that you guys did as far as bringing your different influences to the table. What everybody did, how you guys, just meshed with those different influences.
Fugees is eclectic because Prize has a certain style of music that he loves, he brings to the table. Lauren has a style, I have a style. And when you put the 3, you fuse that together, you definitely get what ended up being that Sonics of the Fugees.
Okay.
Wyclef, can you kind of talk about Prize for a little bit? Because I know he was one of the members of the group who didn't necessarily get a lot of fame, but he did add a lot to the Fugees. So can you kind of just expand upon what he did?
Prize brought Metallica to the table. He brought Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the jungle. So he brought all of that. And me as a guitar player, I loved Police, the Synchronicity.
Right.
So, and then as a guitar player, I had to learn Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Because until you learned Wish You Were Here, you couldn't really show up. Then I learned Jimi Hendrix and all of that. So all of this, in the beginning, we was clear. We said from the gate, I was like, look, we can't be a hip-hop group. I said, we'll never last. I said, we have to be a hip-hop band. I said, that's the only way we're going to last forever. And then so the Fugees is really a band. That's like a hip-hop band. Because we was like, yeah, we're going to be singing, we're going to be playing, we're going to pour choruses in the music. So it was just a different sound at the time. Because everyone was going one way. And we decided that we was gonna go this way. You know.
All right, so thank you, Wyclef, for that. Thank you for that. It's a lot of insight right there about the individual pieces. Up next, we actually have Lauren on the line, and want to congratulate them on what's about to be 20 years coming up next year on the score.
It's crazy.
That album, man.
It was like
that. Y'all gotta make sure y'all get your hands onto that. So, Lauren, if you're there, please just give us a little bit of insight about your creative experience, how that experience in just making music makes you feel.
I think when I create music, I think the feeling that I get first. I think you have a delayed experience with the feeling that I initially get when I first have a creative insight. Not just the voice, but all of the creativity, the production, the idea, the concept, the music involved. There is a high, there is an emotional experience for sure, that happens. And when everything comes together, it is, again, if I were to say that it was devoid of feeling, that would be completely inaccurate. I feel deeply. As a matter of fact, I think I made music, especially back in the day, as consistently as I did because it made me feel so good. Some might even argue that there might even be a creative addiction, the healthy kind. But it is, when everything is on, it's a wonderful feeling.
Thank you, Lauren. We really appreciate that. It has been a beautiful experience. I'm a huge fan. So it's been a beautiful experience having Wyclef and Lauren here today. Also, I want to shout out the Minutes. Make sure.
Oh, yeah. Put that @ in front of that Twitter, Instagram.
Right,
you already know.
I appreciate it. You coming out today, all the other stuff. Fina, go ahead and tell them what's up, man.
We can tell that you guys have really been enjoying our Throwback Thursday edition. So, Smitty, go ahead and tell them what we got planned for next week.
TBT, baby.
Know it.
I don't think they're ready.
They're not ready for that.
What do we got next week?
Let me go ahead and tell you, next week we have Ninth Wonder coming in. We're going to talk about Little Brother's album, The Minstrel Show. So we got Ninth Wonder. We're trying to get Big Pooh and Fonte on the line too. So y'all make sure y'all keep your ears out for that one. Just know what it is already. Jamla.
And
Jamla in the morning, baby.
Next week is dedicated to the real hip-hop thing.
Real hip-hop. You already know what it is. So, again, it's D. Smitty on the mic.
And it's Fina.
And you have been rocking out with Jamla.
We used to be number 10. Now we permanent one. In the battle, lost my finger. Mike became my arm. I saw it's nasal. Blood becomes lukewarm. Tell them, oh, be easy now. Squeeze this shaman. Test why cleft. See that flesh get scoped. So bad, make you feel like you ain't wanting to be born, John. Tell your friends, stay the hell out of my lord. Chicken George became dead George, stealing chicken from my phone. Yeah.